Suits LA has finally figured out its identity dilemma, and all it takes is another TV star cameo and Harvey Specter, Gabriel Mock to make it happen. In episode 4, Enrico Colantoni appears as a self-replicant who has run afoul of the law after using a chainsaw to cut an anatomically perfect penis into his neighbor's hedge. For a man who is regarded as one of the greatest fathers on television, this is a startling claim, but it demonstrates that Suits LA can both poke fun of itself and its viewers. The flashbacks have been a significant distraction for the program thus far, but this week, they pull Harvey into the mix. In New York, he and Ted were close friends, and episode 4 shows how Harvey helped Ted with his gangster case. This week's episode is by far the best Suits LA episode 2 yet because it features several hilarious situations, engages in some good cop, bad cop antics, and strengthens bonds across firms. We have at last a deserving heir to the cherished first series if this is what the show keeps being. Episode 4 of Suits LA has a sense of humor. We find out this week that Rick Brian Greenberg is thrilled to have Colantoni as a customer and is a huge admirer of Veronica Mars. Working on the actor's criminal case with Stewart Josh McDermott makes him less excited, particularly after Stewart coerces Rick into attending a D&D session at his house in return for his assistance. Look, this show knows how to have a good time. To convince Colantoni to confess to carving the penis into his neighbor's petunia bushes, the two must play good cop, bad cop. It was payback for his neighbor playing a practical joke on him by parking in his driveway when he needed to use the restroom. Additional Lester drama in Suits LA episode 4 demands a Terrica team-up. Ted finds out when he gets to work that the studio is removing Lester's name from his most recent movie. Ted insists on helping out, especially after Erica discloses that Samantha Rochelle Goulding is the opposing attorney, even though Erica-elect Scott Davis is in charge of the case because it's an entertainment one. Ted destroys the first agreement, of course, and Samantha admits that she knew she would lose in court, but not before exposing all of Lester's secrets and undermining Ted's defense in the murder case. The answer? Another good cop, bad cop game. Ted and Erica were able to persuade Terrica Lester to consent to a more serious murder trial. Ted will be able to clear him and refute the studio's allegation that Lester broke his morality clause. In Suits LA episode 4, Harvey Specter comes to the rescue. Ted loses it when his targeted gangster, Pellegrini Anthony Azizi, daringly shows up at Eddie's Carson-Egan diner employment through flashbacks. Ted clearly feels intimidated by Pellegrini's connection to Eddie, despite his refusal to back down from the mobster. It's not just Ted who's afraid. After Eddie tells Samantha what transpired, she asks Ted about the dangers of his work. Although Ted assures Eddie that he is secure, the sequence also lays the groundwork for Samantha's ultimate departure to Los Angeles. She claims that because she loves Ted and their life in New York, she will not accept an offer letter from a firm, and we are aware of how that turned out. Since Pellegrini and Ted reportedly play on the same recreational baseball team, Ted is fortunate to have his homeboy Harvey Specter to advise him on what to do about Pellegrini. Following their game, Harvey takes Ted out for a drink and informs him that Pellegrini has an employee in Ted's office who is giving him information. He learned of Ted's star witness in this way and had him eliminated.